Morning. Line and wash, or at least a brush and wash. I've just put out some black paint, some black acrylic, and I'm going to put a bit of water in my little plastic lid there. And how many times do you drive or walk or cycle along a country lane or a lane and you see wonderful oak trees smothered in ivy and think, oh, what a lovely subject to paint. So sort of hedgerow type thing. I'll just start with some hedgerow, and just going to the distance. Put a road coming down there. Then some trees in the distance. I'll put my oak tree up here. I'm using a bit of Bockingford rough, 140 pound. Okay. So we'll put into the trees. Now, oak trees go all over the place in the canopy, so we can only do an approximate. I don't want to put too much in, but I'm going to put ivy up these trunks. When you do this, don't put too much of your paint out because you won't use much of it, and in the interest of economy, knowing how much we have to spend on art material to do all this, put a few bits in this area here. Using the size of the brush as well, just use the tip. We don't want this to look graphic. Well, I don't want it to look graphic. I see lots of paintings on my Facebook and on YouTube, and painting graphically suggests that you don't really know how to loosen up unless you're very good. I'm not decrying it, of course. I'm just saying that it's very hard to get away from detail because it's there, painting or drawing exactly, and I think to put it off you've got to be really good. So, as you know, I'm a very rough, immediate painter, fast, I like speed. I was going to try this on some Arches paper that David Dickinson supplied to me, but this I've got in a block, a spiral bound block, and I thought I'd use it. Let's now keep your brushes scrupulously clean when you're not using them. Make sure all the paint is out of the ferrule. And I've got this brush here. It's an old nylon brush, and I want to put in my ivy. loads of it, blotting out all the light coming across the road here, or the path. Just a sort of a sketchy drawing. I might wash this in with a bit of colour. So it's a tree study in black ink or black paint, and right up into the canopy. I'll develop the branches in a moment, but I want one. Oops. Now the trees now is spring, so they've got leaves on them. I'll put some fences on there, I think. Okay, clean that brush. Now we're just putting a bit of calligraphy. I'm going to use, if I can find it. Can you see my inch flat brush? Oh, I can see it right here. Do I really use that too big? No, I'll use the 1/2 inch. Put a bit of fences in, a bit of fencing. Just and we'll do the same on the other side, just coming in. Okay, so we're just going around the corner here. Just a bit more on the foreground, and then I'll develop these trees a bit more. This is a number 3 rigger, which I use for my watercolours. I know some of you are feeling a little bit deprived. I haven't been doing many watercolours lately, but I've been getting carried away with the acrylic, trying to really go loose and impressionist or slightly abstract. Then we've got branches coming down as well as going across and up. Just a little goes a long way with all of this. Now I'm not in an ideal position so I'm filming this, I'm not in an ideal position to be in front of it and rest. I'm having to sort of stitch over a little bit. Got to thicken up in there. What sort of tree that is. then this tree's been pollarded at some stage and got hundreds of branches coming out from the stumps. The thicker the paint, the harder it is to do the finer stuff. Oops. Okay, I think we've almost done it. Done enough here. Some glasses, just to put a little bit of detail, but all very simply stated. Okay, so let's go back with this with a larger brush and just fill in a little bit more of this. Okay, there we are. Let's put it in a mount and see what we've got. I've got this mount here, that'll do. It's not really big enough, is it? What about that one? That's square, more square. So it's a tree study in black ink or black paint, line and wash, sort of line and wash. Maybe, well, I don't know, that's right. Let's just bring the camera around a bit, and then we can see what we've done. Just going to raise the camera up, see if we get a better angle. Oh, there we are. So it's a country lane. Maybe we need just a little bit more down here just to justify some of that. Get some shadow in there. Okay. It's just a sketch. You can use all different colours for it, and you can wash it in afterwards if you don't overdo it. That needs to be thickened up a little bit there. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and maybe do a watercolour later on. Goodbye.